You are now listening to Operator.
Hola.
Hello.
¿Quieres ponerte los cascos y así escuchas?
Claro. Listo. Ahí escuché la canción.
Vale, pues aquí estamos. Esta es la segunda hora. Sorry. I was speaking in Spanish. Hello, everyone, again.
Hello.
So now I have a second guest for the second hour of Label Lab. He's not a new face. He was here last year.
Yes.
He came all the way from Mexico, Norman, Octoptic. Last year he was one of my guests, and we talked little about the label because for that time he did a live with Makrina. It's called Octrina.
My friend, my brother from Mexico. Saludos, Álvaro.
Saludos, Álvaro. They kill it. They fucking kill it. And yeah, he's back in Europe. He's in the middle of a tour. So I'm so happy to welcome my friend again. Actually, after the show, we became friends.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm so
we
happy
really good time.
Yeah, I'm so happy to see Norman and to welcome him here.
Thank you,
again.
Olga.
Norman co-founded Wavawava with two more artists, right?
Yes, we are Ran Mentero, DJ Fucci, and me. And we started the label now almost 5 years ago, and it was really fun because it was like out of nowhere. I just like barely knew these guys, and Fucci was the one that put the idea. I think like I told that in the other program, but it was like the main idea that we should work together. Also, I remember one of the last tracks that I made with my other project called Just Like Me, like Norman, but with the vocals, NRMN. And Fucci was like mind blown by, you know, the complexity and the mix and the sound of the mastering, and he was like, yo, we need to work together, you know. And
1 second, like I realizing after a few programs that all the labels are born because someone was mind blown.
Yeah. and that was like, the starting point for, and because he was also one of the or like one good friend that trusted my music, because I was making music with that project like years ago, and it was more music to make, for myself, not for club or and those tracks were the last ones were more like dubstep, dub techno, but really complex in sound design. And I'm a crazy fan of mixing and mastering my own stuff, so I just like develop my own sound to just have like the way it sounds, and then when we made the label, we released the first EP of the Fuji called Tetzahuitl, and then we made a 46 compilation track that I think that was the breaking point for all people to look at us, because it was made with a lot of tracks of people from Mexico, from Latin America, Europe, United States, and a lot of people kind of released their first track with us, and then they became like really good producers. And the one track that we are listening now, it's from a really good friend called Blue Command, which is part of that compilation, which is an ambient track called Deja, or Deja, like Deja Vu. And then the sound of the trumpet is really some of the stuff that happen in Mexico City, like every day, people walk around playing music, and I think that's why her recorded this and put it, at the end. And then we have more music from the compilation.
I really like Wavawava because I didn't know, like when I met you last year, and then I was like listening deep to the different releases. I found so much music there, and I found it so like pushing boundaries, in Mexico, I was not expecting to have this avant-garde sound, like it was like Latin Mexican, but clubby, but and also like, I don't know, so powerful that it really blew my mind.
And I think that just like demonstrates the possibilities and the like forward thinking of all of Mexican producers, and that was like an awesome way to let people know that there were like really good music producers in Mexico City, and one track that I'm going to put now in low volume, it's from a friend from Mexico City called Cautiverio, and this was another track of that 46 compilation that we made called Mixcoatl.
Let's have a listen.
Yes.
Okay.
Gran track de nuestro gran amigo Cautiverio de la Ciudad de México. Un saludo.
Un saludo para Cautiverio.
Y aparte me gustó mucho. Sorry, I was talking in Spanish. So that's a really good track from a friend called Cautiverio that we know him for some years now. And I love one style of his tracks that is also like more tribal stuff, you know, like this kind of rhythms that also that was the line of the Fuji's new album. That is like resembles some of the old rhythms that Mexico had, you know, with like drums or just a way of using, you know, the sound of eagles, of the sound of like natural flutes, or that resembles that kind of sound, you know.
Also the names are like Aztecan or
yeah.
Mexa
And I mean, I might know some, but he really is the one that thinks about them. And but yeah, we love this compilation because it has like a lot of different styles of music, seen from ambient to techno to tribal to some like breakbeat or even like more like down tempo stuff, you know. We didn't thought of any like genre in a specific for this you know, compilation.
And it is like for Wavawava in general, like do you have a sound, or is
we tend to
how
just
would you define the sound? Because I find some consistency though, but also like many different genres, but I find it consistent. How would you explain the sound, or maybe if you can show like some of the diversity of the label?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's more like we tend to trust the people that made the music, and we don't focus mostly on genres. But it's like electronic. It's definitely has some Latin vibes on it, and even like futuristic, or maybe some sound like really old school. There's like no specific genre, but when we receive, you know, like kind of future releases, we tend to look for a diversity also in the styles of music of the tracks, you know. For example, speaking for the new release that is coming September 27th from a friend from London called Pochola, has this like more like breakbeat, like techno, like tribal, some even more like reggaeton, you know. Like there's like a vast, you know, space on the creativity of the people that send the music to us, you know, and we don't try to focus on some point, you know, or some style. Let me show you.
You are going to show us this newest release?
Yes.
So this came out like very.
We actually published it like just today.
Just today?
Yes.
Yeah, because I saw something.
Yeah, it's from a friend called Ivana that lives in London. Her project is called Pochola. And I'm going to put, I don't know, the track number 6. That is the last one. And you'll see it's kind of down tempo, but it has breaks on it, but melodies and vocal. I mean, there's like no specific way to describe it, you know. But
try to describe it if you can write in comments.
Okay. Go for it, people.
So this was Pochola.
Yes.
Is
Pochola's new EP. It's called Too Much, and it's 6 tracks that go from down tempo to more like even festival vibe, but not that main festival, but all like more like Dremolen or that kind of cooler festivals, with
Raimolen, here you have Pochola.
yes. And you were going to ask?
Yeah, so I wonder about the massive artist curation that is in your label. Like there are so many different artists, so I find interesting to ask you about how do you curate the music of the label, how do you find so many talented artists, and what's the process to choosing the music and
Yeah, so most of the times we know these people, like they are like friends from us, from Fuji or from Ranma or mine, and we tend to just listen to their music, and if we think that it's kind of the stuff that we will want wanted to release, we just ask them, just to send us an EP, because we have received a lot of emails from different artists, but eventually we try to select what sounds better for us, to be the kind of sound that represents the label, and also that sometimes we receive releases for like 6 or 5 tracks, and maybe we like 4 or 3, and we wrote them back, asking if they can work a bit better on the track, or if they have something different, just to be sure that we also like all the tracks,
Uh-huh.
and we have this email that we also send, that most of the people send that stuff to us, and that's how we discover some artists.
So you do more like you receive more than the actively searching for music, like you receive more, or like half.
I think it's like both ways, like but like most of the time we have listening to the people's music, and we think like it will be cool to have like a Wava release from you.
How many releases you have in Wavawava, do you know?
I think we're going for the 40th one.
48, and like it's not that old, right?
Yeah, it's going to be 5 years next year, and we try to release one EP each month.
Like that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I know. But since we are 3 in the team, there's like it's more like distributed, between us. Like also like Ranma and Fuji most of the time are like listening to other people's music. I mean, I do it too, but I'm more in the post production part of the team.
Okay, maybe you can show some more music now. Like, show us some of your favorite, like something that you really like. It can be by yourself, or it can be by anybody.
Okay, then I'm going to put one from mine, just because I love that track. It's from my release called Reflejo, which is the lastest one that came this year.
Okay, let's listen to Reflejo, and then I will ask you also more about how you divide task between the 3 label runners. Yeah.
Just give me a moment.
Okay, all the moments you want.
Oh, I'm not finding it, but I'm going to put another one called. This one is cool. It's MRB Dub from my Movimiento release that came out last year.
Movimiento.
Yes. Oh.
right.
So yeah.
So this was MRV
No.
Dub.
Yes. This track is called MRV Dub that came out last year in my EP called Movimiento in Wavawava. All like always.
I got that
Yes,
EP.
I
bought
saw.
it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we were just saying like he was like, I can send some codes, and it's like actually I like to buy your music and to support even more like my friends and you know like people that I know that are not millionaire, you know. Maybe yes.
Maybe yes.
So I wanted to ask you, like, being three people who run the label, you say like DJ Fucci, Ramantero and yourself, how do you distribute the workload? Like, was the different, like who is taking care of what?
Kind of. Fucci and Ranma are like always listening to, you know, friends' music, and I think that Fucci is also one of the most important ones, that he also listens to a lot of music. He makes this live streaming where he asks people to send them send him their tracks so he can give them, you know, like feedback, and that's how we have listening to a lot of you know, like new artists or upcoming artists. Sorry. And Ranma, it's the one that put all the things in our social media, and also he makes the videos for the Instagram reels, and also writes the descriptions of the EPs, you know, and all, you know, like more to read stuff when we publish. And I make all like the post-production of the tracks. I mix and master, mix some of the EP, not all of them, but I made the mastering for the whole label.
Maybe that's why I was feeling this consistency also.
Yeah, because I tend to look for the same kind of sonic, you know, quality that the label has, you know.
So if I get it well, like one more that's more like the exploration, another one that's more like the communication, and the other one is more like into the post-production.
Yeah. So and I think that's a good way to work, you know, because everybody's like focused on some, like just one thing, and let us, you know, to work, you know, all together.
And I think I can ask you like maybe one more question, and maybe you can just mix around and we can comment some of the tracks.
Yes, definitely.
And I wanted to ask you, like, you only do digital, you have so many releases on Bandcamp, right?
We have the whole, you know, like catalog from Bandcamp right now is like in digital format, but this December we're going to have our first release on vinyl that we are super excited about it. Thank you. It's for from a good friend of us called David, and his producer name is Turning Torso. So I wanted to put you one of his tracks because the EP is amazing.
This is unreleased.
Yes, this is going to be out like until December, you know. We don't know exactly what date, but it's going to be the last release of the year and in physical format. So we are like really proud that this is happening, you know, to all of us.
Nice. I'm proud that we are also showing like fresh shit here at Label Lab.
Yes.
Okay, so Turning Torso, yeah.
This track is called Serpent and it's from Turning Torso.
All right.
So yeah, Serpent from Turning Torso.
And release. Wait for it. Keep your ears open and follow Wavawava for unique releases. So we were talking now when you couldn't listen, like we were talking about how important was Bandcamp for Wavawava, right?
Yeah, definitely. Bandcamp has been a really good platform to, first of all, let all the people in the world know what it's coming from us, and also in like retribution, like money-wise, has been really good too. And that's like another thing that our artists can have a benefit from. We have this like already, I can say proudly, that a great exposure in that platform, and like every release that we put out, it's like well played in like a lot of places. Actually, our last release that was from Tony Cuatro from New York, I think, some of his tracks were played kind of a lot in Decmantel this year, and that was like really awesome to see.
I also remember last year I was with friends from Mexico, not with your, like you were around, but I wasn't with you, but I was with other and they were saying like, this track is by, and it was music
actually
from Wavawava.
Was Matt Miran and Amparaya closing set
with Sally.
Yes. The track was from another P from us that from Wavawava, but it's from a friend called Sally from Guadalajara, and I think the track was called Nix. And when I was listening to it there like in Dremollen, I was like so happy and so excited to hear like a track from a friend, and also that was like released on our platform.
Yeah, and also like all the way from Mexico to Dremollen,
and sounded huge and amazing.
I think we talk enough in this time, first with Tripio, now with you.
Nice.
So I think it would be nice if you just mix a little bit, and maybe you can comment some of the tracks if you want.
Yes, let's go for it.
So yeah, like let's mix, not me, but I'm happy to that you are here today.
Yeah, thank you so much for the space and invitation,
Maria.
Maria.
Hope that everyone's enjoying.
Yes. Saludos, Álvaro, Mars, Fera, Vini.
Selva. 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 Selva.
Danza, a really good friend from us from Tlaxcala. That EP is called Bioma, and the track it's Manada. Yeah. Is from another friend of us called Sandunga, called Chololan. Great EP. From another of our releases, and this track is from Posture, a friend of us from Berlin, called Call Me. Great track, I love that EP. Listen to it.